All right, we are live. And good afternoon. I want to thank everyone who has been joining us throughout the day. We've had some great engagement. We want to keep that going here with our next set of presenters from some great institutions across our country. Before we get started, I want to highlight a couple of our winners. I've been telling you all morning, we're giving away gift cards. We have those grand prizes of a TV and a laptop that we're going to give away at the very end of all of today's sessions. But I want to highlight a couple of our winners. I'm going to call out your schools. We have winners from Liberty County High School, Bradwell Institute, Wayne County High, Statesboro High School, and want to, of course, highlight our local schools: Savannah Early College, Beach High School, Woodville Tompkins, Savannah High School. So thank you all for joining us today and being here. If you didn't hear your school's name called, that means you have not signed in perhaps, or maybe you have, but we have some other gift cards. So don't feel like, hey, maybe I need to sign out because this isn't working for me. We're still giving away items, but most importantly, we're giving away great college information, college and career information to make sure that you get the right start. So again, please make sure that you sign in, make sure that you stay with us. We have our sign-in link posted there for you to go ahead and do that. So without further delay, I'm going to allow our institutions to introduce themselves very briefly and give us an interesting fact about their institution. And I'm going to go ahead and get started today with Full Sail University.
Hello, thank you so much for that introduction. My name is Victoria Bracey. Full Sail University offers online and campus degrees that are designated for the world of entertainment, media, arts, and technology. We're located in Winter Park, Florida. And just a fun fact about Full Sail is that we have the largest collegiate esports arena in the US, and we're very proud of it.
All right. Let's go ahead to Savannah State University.
Again, I want to say good afternoon. My name is Brian Dawsey. I represent Savannah State University Office of Admissions, and on behalf of our interim president, Ms. Kimberly Ballard Washington, our faculty, staff, students, and alums, we want to thank MegaGenesis for this opportunity to come and share some information about Savannah State. Fun fact about the institution, of course, we're the oldest public institution in the state of Georgia, the oldest institution of higher education here in the city of Savannah, and we're the only institution within the university system of Georgia that have an active marine science program, meaning that our campus is right near the coast, so the students can have exactly hands-on experience as they go out into the intercontinental waterway to do research.
All right, next we will have Augusta University.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Rodriguez, and I'm an admissions counselor at Augusta University, which is located in Augusta. If you don't know, we're known for the Masters, if you're interested in golf. A neat thing about this institution is that we're the only ones that offer a public medical program as well as a dental program. We have a scholars program, so that is if you're interested in medical or dental, instead 4 years of undergrad, it's only 3 years, and you're guaranteed a seat in the medical or dental program.
All right, and last but not least, want to have Voorhees.
Hello, hey, good afternoon. I'm sorry. My name's Cameron McClain. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Voorhees College, located in Denmark, South Carolina. And a fun fact I'd like to say about Voorhees College is that we're actually one of the first HBCUs founded by an African-American woman by the name of Elizabeth Evelyn Wright in 1897.
All right, well, thank you to all of you for joining us this afternoon. And we want to go ahead and get started by highlighting your admissions requirements. If you could tell us a little bit about those. And let's go ahead and get started with Voorhees. We'll let you go ahead and get started with admissions requirements.
Absolutely. So Voorhees College, we first and foremost, we are a test optional institution, which means that we do not require ACT or SAT scores in order to admit students. However, for my out-of-state students in Georgia, if you're looking to get that presidential scholarship, which is a full scholarship, or a dean scholarship, which is a tuition scholarship, we do require test scores in order to offer out those scholarships. Now, our general requirements are just a 2.0 GPA, and you have to apply. And right now, our application is free. So any students that are on right now, feel free to go to our website, www.voorhees.edu, go to click on apply now, and you can complete our free application. You can even upload your transcript, and you'll be able to get an on the spot admission. Or I'm sorry, on the spot decision.
All right. Let's go ahead with Augusta University.
Yeah, so we're currently test optional. In a general normal season, we do require test scores. But as of right now, like I mentioned, we're test optional. We need at least a 3.0 GPA. Now, if you don't meet that mark, we do still use a freshman index. So if you don't have a 3.0 GPA, that's totally fine. If you have test scores, submit them. So what a freshman index is, we'll take your GPA and your test scores and calculate that. As long as you hit a 2240 mark, you can be considered for admissions. If you're wondering general test scores, for the SAT, we require 480 for reading and math, and then a 440 for math and a 480 for reading. And the SAT, you just need a 17 for math and for English.
All right. Full Sail.
All right, well, like you've heard from the other two locations so far, Full Sail is also test optional, and this is the case full-time for us. We are also a rolling enrollment, which means you can start classes every month, and we have students that graduate every month. So whenever you're ready to get started, we're ready to be here for you. We just really look at, you've graduated high school and you have a passion for the entertainment industry. Those are our two goal points that we're looking for. There are a few things that would keep you from being able to apply. Example, something like I just blanked. I'm so sorry. A history with law enforcement, things of that nature, but those details can be discussed with an admissions representative. And then also, if you are looking into our computer science specific programs, there is a math test to make sure that you can handle the level of coding that's incorporated in that program, but our other programs do not have any such tests.
All right, and Savannah State.
Again, hello. With Savannah State, you can apply through Georgia Futures. The application is free, and I just put the link up there. So you go out there, create the account, and then submit the application. We too are test optional in regards to admission. So with that test optional feature, if you have at least a 2.5 GPA in your academic classes, so that's your English, your math, your science, your social science, and your foreign language. Now, just quickly with those required courses, you need 4 years of English, 4 years of a math, 4 years of a science, 3 years of a social science, and as well as 2 years of a foreign language in the same sequence. I want to kind of inform students, especially with that math sequence, you want to make sure that you have that algebra 2, the geometry, and a math that's outside of the algebra 2. So algebra 3, the college readiness math, or mathematical modeling, anything that's outside of those we cannot consider that fourth math. So we want to make sure that you have that together so that way you're not deficient.
All right, some great information there, and we are posting in the chat information so that you will be able to connect with those institutions so that you can apply for free for those that are offering that opportunity, as well as so that you can learn more about the institutions should you want to research them after this. So we've highlighted admissions requirements, and some of you have highlighted a few of your majors, but wanted to ask, what are some of those most popular majors, as well as those that are perhaps least known that you offer at your institution? And we will go ahead and get started with Augusta.
Yeah, so we are mainly known for our medical program. So I'm just going to mention a few popular ones and then the ones that are hidden in there. So some of our top majors are cell molecular biology, which are mostly common known for pre-med and dental. And then we have computer science and cybersecurity. So we do team up with Fort Gordon, which is a military base for cybersecurity. And then some more popular ones are business, nursing, and then psychology. And then just a few that are quite not as popular is creative writing and animation, oh my gosh, art majors and middle school educations.
All right, Savannah State.
With Savannah State, our most popular programs are biology, criminal justice, mass communications, and management. We also see an increase in the Associate of Arts as well as our interdisciplinary studies. So those are the kind of favorites. Of course, we got 30-degree programs that we offer. Some programs that a lot of folks don't know that we have at Savannah State University. As I mentioned, the Marine Science program is one. We have Homeland Security and Emergency Management. At this upcoming fall, we're going to have a cybersecurity track and our computer science technology degree track. So students who may be interested in cybersecurity, they can be able to do that as well.
All right, Voorhees.
All right, so our most popular majors right now are biology and business administration. Our business administration program has 3 different tracks you can take: general business, finance, or entrepreneurship. Probably our fastest growing major would have to be our computer science program, which is really cybersecurity, a lot like Augusta Tech. We are actually in the process right now of rolling out our first master's program, which will be in education. So that's another program. Our education program is something that is definitely taking off. I don't really think we have any, programs that are kind of lesser known. The most, I'd say the least known program we have is theological studies, but even that program is definitely well attended.
Okay, thank you. And Full Sail.
So all of our programs fall under an area of study, and our area of studies are art and design, business, film and television, games, media and communications, music and recording, sports, and technology. Music was our flagship. It was our first program that we started when we started in 1979. So it's been kind of like the baby of the campus the whole time. But film has definitely gained traction, as has gaming. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the link to our degrees in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Now, we do have a question here from one of our viewers that I want to make sure we get to, because again, students, parents, others, we want to hear from you so that we make sure that you're getting the most out of this experience. Do any of you have any unique clubs or organizations or sports that people may not be familiar with? Do any of you have those? We'll start with Savannah State.
We have over 75 different organizations that students can be able to participate in. Of course, we have an active Greek life population on our campus, so all of the Divine Nine, which are the historically Black fraternities and sororities, we have those on campus. We have an active Student Government Association, a campus union board. We have degree-specific pro clubs and organizations that students can be able to join, some that are national, some that are local. We encourage student involvement on the collegiate level, because we found out from studies that the more active students are in the organizations, the more likely they will stay at the institution, matriculate, and then of course graduate from the institution. So those are just a few of some of the ones that we have. We have a modeling troop. So just about every aspect that a student is interested in, we have it. And if we don't, then we have options where students can be able to meet with someone in student affairs. And if they have individuals of like mind and want to create that organization, we can work with them to get that organization or organizations established on campus.
All right, so that's great to hear. Even if they don't have it, you can be the one to be that trailblazer and start it. What about you, Full Sail?
Well, yeah, we definitely have some really unique clubs. We've got things like airsoft clubs. We've got cosplay clubs. We've got tabletop gaming clubs. One of our more popular ones is Club Spark, which is actually all based off of volunteer work in the community. We also have a WWE work study / internship opportunity that is its own club, which is really cool for the students. I think one of the most popular ones right now is definitely our esports. Our team is Armada. And again, like I said, we have an arena just for them to be able to do their competition. So that's definitely a popular one for sure.
All right. Augusta University?
Yeah, absolutely. So in total, we have 176 clubs. So there's a lot of options. We also have Greek clubs. We have specific major clubs. And what's really neat about Augusta University is that if you don't find anything that sparks your interest, like similar to other institutions, you can sit in front of a committee. And if it's approved, you can start your own organization or group. So that's why we have quite a few organizations. On top of that, we do offer sports. We have quite a few athletic teams. But if you're interested in just playing sports but not actually having that commitment, we also offer intramural sports. So whenever you have that free time, because we know education is very important, you still can play those sports.
All right. And Voorhees?
Like a lot of the other colleges, Voorhees College definitely has full Greek life with the Divine Nine. We have all, well, actually, I'm sorry, we have 8 of the Divine Nine. The only fraternity we don't have is Iota Phi Theta. We definitely, we have a plethora of sports and a lot like Augusta Tech. If you're not, if you don't want that commitment of a being on a sport, like a sports club, we definitely have intramural sports. We have, of course, an active SGA, Student Activities Board, different types of program-based clubs. Our mass communications program, though most of those students are in NABJ. There's plenty of business program, professional clubs. So if you're looking for it, we have it. Voorhees College is definitely a place where you can go, and it's hard not to be active.
And that's so great to hear, because a great part of that is that college life piece, which I know may have changed for you all just a little bit due to COVID-19. But are you all offering tours, or are there other ways that students can interact and engage with your institution? We'll start with Voorhees and then go to Augusta University.
So we right now we are doing tours on a small small scale size. So if a student requests a tour, they can only bring up to 2 people, preferably their mother or their father. For those that don't want to do the on-campus tour, we definitely have plenty of information on our YouTube channel. We have an entire campus overview video, which is about 13 minutes long, that most students choose to go that route. But we do allow students, especially aspiring student athletes, to come on campus and check us out.
Okay, yeah. So for Augusta University, we offer 2 in-person tours a day. So one at 10 o'clock and then one at 2 p.m. We also offer virtual tours, and those are held as well twice a day at 10 a.m. and then at 2 p.m. Give me a minute, I'll add those links into the chat. Students, you can bring up to 2 guests.
All right, Savannah State, and then Full Sail.
Yes, we do offer face-to-face tour opportunities. So again, and I'll drop that information in, the link that you can be able to go out there and see the calendar and see the dates and the times. We're currently working on the actual virtual video to show, but yeah, those opportunities for you to come face-to-face, definitely we have those, and we encourage students to, if you can tour, if you can go face-to-face or even virtual, get a chance to get out there and look, so that way you can see this maybe your potential home for the next 4 or so years.
Okay, so Full Sail definitely has some touring options. We actually have 2 that you guys can take advantage of. I'm going to put the link for both into the chat section. And the first one is a daily tour. It's live and it's virtual, so it's a Zoom session. You're able to interact with your tour guides, and they actually take you into the spaces like our sound studios and our recording studios and things of that nature. And then we also have our behind the scenes tour, and that event happens twice a month at this point. It is also virtual. It's more of a tour of our culture, not just of our campus. We also include some of our Hall of Fame grads who are actually doing successfully out in the industry to come and talk to potential students about not only how they became successful, but how Full Sail helped contribute to that.
All right, so some great opportunities for engagement. Students, parents, other viewers, you should be seeing those links in the chat. We have posted those for you, but also please remember that you have signed in as a MegaGenesis participant so that we can make sure we share information from the schools with you, but also share that information with our college and career partners that are joining us here today. A question that came up earlier in the few minutes that we have left was about scholarship opportunities as well as internships. And I know some of you have mentioned those, but we have had families that are like, how can I, connect with scholarships at these institutions to help, make sure that I am able to attend? And any one of you can go ahead and get started with that.
Well, I jump out there. Definitely with scholarship opportunities. Two things that I would encourage students. If you are a current senior, the first piece would be starting that application for the free application for federal aid, which is called the FAFSA. With that application, you will determine based upon the income information if you're going to be eligible for any of the federal scholarships, Pell, FSEOG, as well as loans. Now, with the scholarships, we do offer institutional scholarships here at the institution. So students who are accepted, we will send you an email that would give you a link for you to go out there and to register for those institutional scholarships, as well as the institutional look for external scholarships. So for example, FastWeb is a link I give to students. That's an external scholarship that does a search engine on your information. Scholly is another one. Get with your counselor at your respective high schools, because clubs and organizations within that area, they're giving out scholarships. So I tell students, especially at the undergrad level, there's really no reason for you to get a loan if you have a suitable GPA. And when I mean suitable by GPA, if you have a 3.0 or higher, then you should be able to get that undergraduate degree paid for if you apply for those different scholarships.
And I'll go ahead and piggyback off my brother from Savannah State. Voorhees College definitely offers some institutional scholarships, the presidential and the dean being the biggest. The presidential is a full scholarship, and those students that apply for that need to have a 3.8 on the 3.8 GPA and either a 20 on the ACT or a 1,000 on the SAT. The Dean's Scholarship is a tuition scholarship, and you have to have at least a 3.5, and there's no there's no SAT or ACT score required for that. Now, those scholarships are limited, so they're given on a first come, first served basis. What we'll do probably in March is all the students that have been accepted that meet those requirements, we'll send out an email blast, and also we'll send out official offer letters in the mail, and those students that sign and send those back will be the first ones offered those scholarships. And a lot like my brother from Savannah State said, I also want to talk about external scholarships. Voorhees College is a UNCF affiliated school, United Negro College Fund, and a lot of our students take advantage of those scholarships. So what I would do is I would go to the UNCF website and create a free account and apply to all the scholarships that you qualify for. And again, I keep piggybacking off my brother from Savannah State. If you've got that 3.0 and above, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to pay for your education.
All right. Augusta University, and I agree, some great information here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just in the chat box, I put in the link for the scholarships. So currently right now, our scholarships deadline has ended February 1st, but we still accept external scholarships such as FAFSA and HOPE. And I do want to mention there's a lot of scholarships. I was a student as well. I got a scholarship for wearing glasses. So definitely take a look out there. There's quite a few out there. I do want to mention though, we still accept application fee waivers. If you have a SAT, ACT, or NACA, please contact your counselor, send those into us because we offer those as well.
All right, Full Sail.
So much like the rest of the team, I think they've really hit the nail on the head. Definitely apply for any scholarships, whether internally or externally, that you are able to. Building up those scholarships can be a great way for you to be able to pave your path. If you go to the link that I provided in the chat, you'll see that our scholarships are always evolving because we do have that rolling enrollment. So we want to make sure there's always scholarships available each month for all the students that are coming in. The ones that we have listed on our site right now is our Academic Advantage Scholarship, our Creative Minds Scholarship, We have a dedication scholarship, emerging tech, women in technology, STEM. We also have a pathway scholarship. So there's a lot of available options to you. The one that I just want to highlight is the Creative Mind Scholarship. It's my personal favorite because part of the application process is submitting a 500-word essay about how your creativity brought you to Full Sail. And we just want to hear your story. And it's one of my favorite things to be able to read, just knowing what sparks your passion.
And if I can, I know a second part of that question that I know I didn't get a chance to answer, but I want to jump in when you're talking about the internships. There are internship opportunities at Savannah State. I know as well as my fellow college reps will tell you the same thing. Normally what I tell students is that after your sophomore year, you definitely want to go and seek out those opportunities for internships at Savannah State. It's done through our career services office. So all of the internships and job opportunities are listed there. So I tell students again about that sophomore year, you want to take that internship to ensure that the degree program that you are enrolled in is the degree program that you want to graduate with, because it's all about graduating and getting you into your desired career path. So taking that opportunity to do those internships early will give you an opportunity to see if that career path is something that you want to go into. And if not, you're not too far into your degree program that if you need to make a switch, that you won't lose any hours on the back end.
All right, some great information. We do have a question in the chat I want to make sure we get to, and we have just about a minute left. Mr. McLean, we have a student that is interested in attending Voorhees, but could not make it today due to work commitment. So thank you and shout out to the adults who are helping to bridge that gap for our students. We really do appreciate you for doing that. But she wanted to know, what's the time deadline to be able to get that MegaGenesis consideration on her application?
If she's got a completed application, I'll be able to decide. I'll be able to make a decision today. I would just need the student's name.
Okay, all right. So what we'll do, Ms. Horton, if you will email us at our MegaGenesis email account, if you will send that to us, I will make sure that Mr. McLean gets that information. And is it okay if she gets it to you by the end of the day?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So Ms. Horton there, we can definitely make sure that your student gets connected. Our email address is megagenesissavannah@gmail.com. You can make sure that you email us, and then we will make sure definitely that we get that information to Mr. McLean. Well, listen, we have gotten so much information from you all. All of these links, I mean, our links here from your institutions are great because they give our students and parents an opportunity to still connect with you all. They're asking about additional information from the colleges. Number one, we want to make sure that you have signed in to our MegaGenesis sign-in. If you signed in earlier, we can make sure that you get that information. Also, again, they have posted their admissions links in the chat. You can click on those as well as those scholarship links that they have posted, because I know we have some juniors in this space. So now is the time for our juniors, even our sophomores, look at what they have to offer, and then you can make plans so that you make sure you meet those requirements. And we're going to post some additional links, in the chat with their email addresses and ways to connect with them after this event is over. But again, please make sure that you have signed in as well. I want to thank all of our presenters, some great information. Thank you for spending this time with us. I know it's a very short period of time, but I think you were able to share some great information. Some of them have also shared slides and other things that we will have posted on our MegaGenesis site. So please make sure that you check that out as well. Thank you again for joining. And we appreciate you for being a part of MegaGenesis 15. We do have another presentation coming up here, a college life workshop for our students to engage in, as well as we have another workshop at 1 o'clock that talks about some of those demystifying some of those selective college admissions processes, because we want to talk about all of the options that you have available to you. So please make sure you continue to join us throughout the day. And thank you